Etadvimana pravaram Uttama shloka maulina Upastapitam ayushman Adhirodam tvam arhasi. Etat, this Vimanam, airplane, Pravaram, unique, Uttama Shloka, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maulina, by the head of all living entities, Upastapitam, Sen, Ayusman, O immortal one, Adhirodam, to both, from you, Arhasi, are worthy. Translation, O Immortal One, this unique airplane has been sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by selected prayers and who is the chief of all living entities. You are quite worthy to board such a plane. Please respond, O Immortal One, this unique airplane has been sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by selected prayers and who is the chief of all living entities. You are quite worthy to board such a plane. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. According to astronomical calculation, along with the pole star, there is another star which is called Sisumara, where Lord Vishnu is in charge of the maintenance of this material world, resides. Sisumara or Durvaloka can never be reached by anyone but the Vaishnavas, as will be described by the following slokas. The associates of Lord Vishnu brought a special airplane for Dhruva Maharaj and then informed him that Lord Vishnu had specially sent this airplane. The Vaikuntha airplane does not move by mechanical arrangement. There are three processes for moving in outer space. One of the processes is known to the modern scientists. It's called Ka Pota Vayu. Ka means outer space and Pota means ship. There is a second process called Kapota Vayu. Kapota means pigeon. One can train pigeon to carry one into outer space. The third process is very subtle. It is called Akasha Patana. This Akasha Patana system is also material. Just as the mind can fly anywhere one likes without mechanical arrangement, so the Akasha Patana airplane can fly at the speed of mind. Beyond this Akasha Patana system is the Vaikuntha process, which is completely spiritual. The airplane sent by Lord Vishnu to carry Dhruva Maharaj to Sisumara was a completely spiritual, transcendental airplane. Material scientists can neither see such vehicle nor imagine how they fly in the air. The material scientist has no information about the spiritual sky, although it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Parastasmatu bhavanyaha 8:20. So we are going to the next verse. We will just speak on this verse now. Voma jnana timirandasya jnanam jnana shlakaya chakshudan militam yana tasmai Shri Guruve namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sarvitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Bhuta Gadama Vidati Swapadadikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavum Cha Sri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunatamitam Tam Sajim Shadvitam Shavadutam Parajanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Balam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagaspate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchna Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamame Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namaram Vishnu Padayam Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So is that Facebook thing working? Can hear sound? All okay? So thank you again joining us on this Srimad Bhagavatam 4:12:27. Guru Maharaj goes back home, back to Godhead. So you can see here in this verse that how they're offering him this airplane. Normally we go up the plane, we ask what kind of plane is it? Is it a Boeing or is it a Airbus? What is it not? Is it a 777 or 787 or something? Is it not? So here they are also offering a plane. Dhruva Maharaj is getting a plane to go back to the spiritual world. So this is not an ordinary plane, because everything that is here in the material world, unless it is there in the spiritual world, it cannot, nothing can duplicate itself in the material world. You follow? So unless there is an airplane in the spiritual world, there cannot be an airplane in the material world. Everything originates from God. Janmadi yashya yataha. Krishna is the source of everything. You follow this point? So here this plane, selecting here, Prabhupada said the three kinds of plane in the material world. I mean, two in the material world. One is some airship that the space scientists are already pretty much trying to refine, because still they cannot take people out to the outer space. They can only bring them to the Earth atmosphere. To go outside, they don't have the knowledge yet because of the Van Allen belt. The radiation so much, if you go, you will be killed. Okay, that's all. It's a problem. Because there's another one that is by pigeon that I don't know how that science is still carrying pigeons and taking the pigeon, bringing you out. But I think that's something they have to investigate on. Of course, there's another plane that travels with the mind. It is called, by the mind you're traveling. And that's how the yogis are traveling. The yogis, they go from one place to another place by the mind. You know? This is there in the Bhagavatam and the Brahma Samhita. This is explained. What is that? Vayu ratapi manaso munipungavanam. Ekopiyasau, is it? Ekopiyasau, what is it? DS? 5? 5 what? Pantastu goti sadavatsarasam pragyamyo. 5 what? Huh? 5? Yeah. 44? No, 50. What is it?
64.
No, 34. Huh? So you can see here in this verse, everybody can chant it, it's nice. Pantatu koti satavatsarasam pragyamyo Vayuratapi manaso munipungavanam Sopyasti asti yat pada simyanat chintvetatve Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami I worship Govinda, Primal Lord. Only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis who aspire after the chantful and betake themselves to pranayam by drilling the respiration, or the jnanis who try to find out non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of mundane, extending over thousands or millions of years. This translation is a little long. Actually, Prabhupada, gives another translation that how, they travel millions of, you see here, that they travel even at the speed of, if they travel even at the speed of, the mind, you see the word here, Vayuratapi, travel the speed of the wind. Or if they travel at the speed of the mind, manuso, still they cannot reach or understand the glories of the Lord. It's not possible. So there is some kind of a means of traveling by wind and some kind of means by traveling by mind. You follow? Mind. So fast you can see. You are sitting here, if you think of your house in, say, India, you are there already. Yes? You're going to the room, you're seeing your wife, your children, How fast is the mind? How fast is the mind? Very fast, is it not? That's why it says, Tapi manaso, by the mind. You can travel the speed of mind. It's so powerful. Mind travel is so powerful. There's a yogis, they travel through the, mind. They jump into the river here and they're coming out somewhere else. Because of the speed of the... So this science, the yogis, they know how to do this. The yogis, they are expert in these things. They can make themselves very light, they can travel. The speed of mind. So traveling is there, and this science is there materially, and there also a science spiritually. But spiritual traveling has any material encumbrances. Now if you travel, you have got many limitations. Is it not? You got your body to carry. You got limitation with the body, correct? You can have to go through so many hassles. But if you travel without the body, you can also travel. Like the ghosts. They don't have a gross body. So they are traveling also. They are going very fast. From here, there, they can go through the building, they can jump out the window. You cannot jump out the window, you will die. But the ghosts can do this thing. See a higher plane. Insane. They have got, because they have subtle body, they don't have gross body. You follow? So, traveling is there. Now that is ghost travel. Then there is another traveling called the Siddhas. The Siddhas, they can travel also. From planet to anywhere they can go by their mystic power. They're also traveling. But the best traveling is to go back to the spiritual world. The spiritual travel and material travel are two different things. The spirit does not conform to anything of material laws. You understand this point? That's why coming back to the spiritual plane is the most essential thing. Staying in the material consciousness is a lot of limitation. There's a lot of limitation. And material means pain. Material means fear. Material means miseries. Material. But spiritual is free from all encumbrances. Doesn't have any inhibitions. You can easily go because it is spiritual. And actually, we all are spiritual persons. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna was crying about killing his relatives and all that, Krishna checked him with, what are you crying for, Arjuna? This material. You follow? You are not this body. First lesson. Because with the body, we get into so many conditionings. But when we transcend the material body and come to the spiritual plane, that was how Dhruva Maharaj, he came to the spiritual plane, then everything was different. You see, the Lord is offering him a place. You don't need to stay here. You come back. You understand? So if we keep ourselves in material consciousness, then we have to go through all the problems. You see? But if we detach ourselves from the material thing, then we have no more problems. You understand? Material means misery, mode of passion and ignorance. You follow? So we need to transcend. How to transcend? This is an example is given here by Dhruva Maharaj. He practiced his spiritual life constantly thinking of the Lord. Right? Because of his constant thinking of the Lord, his body became spiritualized. And this point is being elaborated in the Bhagavad Gita. I think we covered it on last Sunday, is it? Huh? How you think of me, you can come to me. Yes? Isn't it? Huh? Tell me. So many verses we quoted, right? Give me one verse from the Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Huh? Ananyaya Chinto, 8:14. Okay, we got 8:14. You see here? Ananyaha setah satatam yomam smarati nityasaha tashyaham sulabha parata nitya yuktashu yogina. So here, for one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pita, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. So this is the process of constantly thinking of the Lord. Now this is how we can come out of this headache. You understand now? Of course, first we must know we have a headache. If we don't have a headache, then how will we find a cure? If we don't know we have a headache, we will not find a cure, correct? Yes or not? Unless I know I have a headache, then I will look for a medicine. Understand? That's why it is said that in one place, I think it is in 11, unless you are disgusted with the material energy, you cannot go back to the spiritual world. You know? Give me a minute, I just take that verse out. It's 11:20:18. See here in this place, see this is the point. Yadharambeshu nirvinam viraktah samyatendriyaha abhyasenatma atmano yogi dharayet achalam manaha. A transcendentalist having become disgusted and hopeless in all endeavors of material happiness. Condition, he has to become what? Disgusted and hopeless in all material endeavors for material happiness. Completely control the senses and develop detachment. By spiritual practice, you should then fix the mind on the spiritual platform without deviation. So the condition is that we have to become disgusted materially to come to the spiritual plane. You follow? So normally what we are doing is that we are coming to the spirit, we are coming to actually God, mainly to satisfy our material demands. That is our tendency. We are always in that platform. We are always going, because materially we are facing so many problems, so we are going to God to see if He can help us solve our material problem. You understand this point? Huh? That is our, that's why it says in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says 4 kinds of people surrender to me, correct? The first one is what? One who is distress. Of course, it is good to go to Krishna, we're not saying no. That's why Krishna says that if someone comes to me, always asking me things, I'm not very happy. Krishna says here, you see, Satyam disati, artitam artito nirnam, naivartato yat punar artidayata. Swayam vidate bhajatam manchtam ichchapi dhanam nijapada pallavam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead fulfills the material desires of a devotee who approach him with such motive. But it does not bestow benediction upon the devotee that will cause him to demand more benediction again. However, the Lord willingly gives the devotee shelter at his own lotus feet, even though such a person does not aspire for it. That shelter satisfies all his desires. That is the Supreme Personality's special mercy. You see this point? That's Krishna. Krishna is so kind. Krishna is very kind. You go to him for material things, then why I should give you again and again and again? Correct? I will give you something that you don't ask for anything anymore. You are fully satisfied. Just like Dhruva Maharaj. He came with a big desire, correct? To get what? A kingdom higher than his grandfather. Right? But in the end, what he got? He got what? Vaikuntha. You see how Krishna is giving. Not only he got Vaikuntha, first he let him enjoy the material world for 36,000 years. Not only that, he also fulfilled the desire of killing his stepmother. Of course, he didn't desire that. He was very upset with her. But you see, not also that, you see, when he's going in the plane, he will be thinking of his mother, and then another plane is taking his mother also. How much the Lord is giving. Yes or not? Correct. So he is asking for some, that's why he said, I came here looking for some broken glasses, kacham. But I got one, Divya Ratnam. So this is what it actually means, that we have to change our what we call process of thinking. You understand? So we are all now so much concerned about our bodily needs and demand. We should change that. You understand? Because this body is not ours. This is Arjuna was being told. You're not the body, Arjuna. You follow? But because we are trapped inside here, we are made to think like that. So that's why we need help. We need help from spiritual master. The spiritual master is very important. This is explained. I was reading this verse yesterday. It's a very nice verse. Sadhunam samachittanam sutaram mat kritatmanam darshanam no bhavet bandhaha pumsho chano savito yata. When one is face to face with the sun, there's no longer darkness in one's eyes. Yes? Yes or no? Similarly, when one is face to face with a sadhu, a devotee, who is fully determined and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one will no longer be subject to material bondage. How nice this verse. Yes. I'll give you a further explanation on this one. You see this one? Very, why this is very important. I'll try to show you very shortly. Okay, you see here, just want to give you some idea. This is the deliverance of Nalakwara and Manigriva. In this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of his greatest devotee Narada, slowly went to that spot where the twin Arjuna trees were standing. You know, Krishna got himself tied with the, he pulling the what? The grinding motor, he was pulling to the tree. Then you see what he says here in this verse. Although these two young men are the sons of a very rich Kuvera, and I have nothing to do with them. See this word? The Lord has what? Nothing to do with them. Devarishi, Narada is my very dear and affectionate devotee. And therefore, because he wanted me to come face to face with them, I must do so for their deliverance. You understand this point? In other words, Krishna have no business with us. We are thinking, you know what I mean, so important is. Actually, but the condition is, because we are surrendered to, understand this point? Because Prabhupada said, then Krishna is what? Krishna is what? Obligate. You follow, like Prabhupada said, you chant 16 rounds and follow 4 principles. You go home back to God. Prabhupada said. Then who have to fulfill? Who has to fulfill it? Huh? See, so again, you see, in other words, O Lord, you resemble the shining sun. You are always ready to fulfill the desire of your devotee. Therefore, you are known as the desire tree. Vancha kalpa. When acharyas completely take shelter under your lotus feet in order to cross the fierce ocean of desire, they leave behind on earth the method by which they cross. And because you are very merciful to your other devotees, you accept this method to help them. See this point? So we must try to understand that our spiritual life, to try to get into this aeroplane and going back and all, it is resting on one point. What is that? What is that? The how we surrender to our spiritual life. Guru Maharaj, he became successful because Narada Muni the spiritual master. Yes? Did there any history that somebody became successful without spiritual master? Huh? Is there? Who? Mirabai. You're not sure. She may have some guru. Not that she has no guru. Some guru was there. Yeah? Somebody know. There must be somebody know. Some Baba she must have met. Correct? Even what's his name? Gajendra also. Previous life he was Indrajumna. He also had. You follow? The connection must be there. You cannot say there is no. Because without Guru, there is no possibility of getting Krishna. That's not possible. And today, even what's his name, like his mother also was the Guru. The mother was also the Guru of Guru Maharaj. She was Pratap Vaksha. She showed the way. She also got liberated just by showing. You follow? Just like Bilvamanga Thakur, his first Guru was who? Chintamani. She was a prostitute. You understand? So Guru is important. We cannot try to forgo this Guru principle and go to Krishna. That's not possible. And Krishna doesn't like that also. If you want to come to this kind of a situation where you can take a plane and go back to the spiritual world, then there's only one thing. We have to fulfill the desire of the spiritual master. You follow this point? And if you don't fulfill the desire of the spiritual master, then there's absolutely no way that you can please Krishna. There's no way. You understand? This is actually the big problem now. Many of them think that they can go direct to Krishna. And that's not possible. You understand? What is that? ये मे भक्त जनः पार्थ ना मे भक्त चा ते जनः मद भक्तानां च ये भक्त ते मे भक्त तमो मतः. It says here, Lord Krishna told Arjuna, see this? This is from the Adi Purana. Those who are my direct devotees are actually not my devotees. But those who are the devotees of my servant are actually my devotees. Understand? That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us, what is that? We have to become what? Seven of the seven of the seven. Gopin Bharta Pada Kamala Yuva Dhasa 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 No. That is the... In fact, there is another verse also in... what is it? Mukunda Mala Stotra. Is it? Mukunda Mala Stotra, text number 25, I think. Yes? I think how you go there, I think you have to go to content. Other books, is it? Yeah, here. See here in this verse, is this prayer by, what's his name? King Kulasekara, no? Here, see this verse? See this verse here? Mad janmanaha palamidam madhu kaita bhare mad prataniya mad anugraha esa eva tvad britya parichakaraha britya britasya britya iti mam smara lokanatha. See how many times we use the word britya? 7 times. Britya means what? Huh? 7. Huh? See? O enemy of Madhu and Kaitaba, O Lord of the universe, the perfection of my life and the most cherished mercy you should show me would be for you to consider me the 7 of 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 your 7. You see that? How many times 7? So that nobody became successful by becoming master. And that is the problem with the material consciousness. Material consciousness is always trying to make you become master. They're two different. Because to cure this material disease, to become master, we must become servant of someone. That's why the Guru principle is very important. If someone is not having this interest of becoming a servant, then how he can go to the spiritual world and serve the Lord? How is it possible? Is it possible? Not possible. You understand? So the moment we become servant, after servant, not just servant, and Prabhupada said, to become servant also difficult. I'm trying to become the servant. After servant, that's the... So you see how much we have to develop this humility. How much we have to develop our... That's why material consciousness is actually no go. Because it promotes you to become a supervisor, manager, director, CEO. You know what I mean? It's always trying to make you become what? the supreme controller. That is what? Actually they said it is what? Demonic consciousness. It's what? Demonic consciousness. Say here, this person is who? Mukunda Mala Sutra is written by who? Who? King. What king means what? Thousands of subjects, leader, this, that, correct? But you see how is consciousness? How is his consciousness? Although he is the big material king, this, that, but you see his consciousness? Understand this point? So in other words, we have to develop this consciousness of trying to become humble, servant. Then yes, the meek and humble inherit the kingdom of God. He says, not that the powerful and strong go back to the place. No such thing. So therefore, the Guru principle is so vital for spiritual advancement because it then teaches us humility. If the Guru principle is not there, then you understand? Then we will become master. We tend to think, even that's also another pitfall because at the retreat camp, I only accept Prabhupada. Nobody can tell me anything, only Prabhupada. That is also dangerous. Because how you become servant of the servant? You will try to become what? Only Prabhupada and I know everything and problem. Yes or not? Is it not? So to develop that consciousness, to become the servant of the servant of the servant, is a very important point in spiritual advancement. That's why one who is very advanced, how does he think? He thinks that everybody is good. I am the bad guy. Yes? Yes or not? Is it not? Is it not? What is the passionate consciousness? Always thinking that you are great. Yes, I am better, I know this, that. Material consciousness. So to come out of this material disease, therefore we need first serenity of personality, spiritual. And that also work under his direction. Not surrendering means that's it. Surrender means working under direction. You follow this point? That is a myth, thinking that I got Prabhupada and that's it, I don't care. There should be some, what? Association of devotees. Because without association it's very difficult, as you can see here. In this verse you see, Paraspara Anukatanam Pavanam Bhagavada Yashyaha Mitorati Mitaschusti Nirviti Mitta Atmanaha. One should learn how to associate with the devotees of the Lord by gathering with them to chant the glories of the Lord. See, one has to learn how to associate with the devotees of the Lord. This is number one. And then you must, what? With the devotee, by gathering with them to chant the glories of the Lord. Not that you get together devotees and you do prajalpa. That's not the idea. To hear what? Hari Kirtanam. You understand? Thus, this process is most purifying. As devotees develop their loving friendship. You see another thing? When you are in the association of devotees, you should learn how to develop what? Love and trust, friendship. You understand? Not that you are inside and I don't like it, you don't like that, in terms of God. You know who you like. Everybody you won't like. You follow? Yeah? And they feel mutual happiness and satisfaction. That is another thing. You must become happy to see others happy. This is Vaishnava principle. Vaishnava principle is to see others happy. Material consciousness is to see others unhappy. You follow? There are two different consciousness. Material consciousness is how to become happy to see others unhappy. And that was exhibited by what's his name? Mrigari the hunter, correct? Sadist. In English, that's the word for what? Sadist, right? Animals suffer He makes them suffer, kill them half, correct? And he gives them great happiness. What in effect? You understand? And that's the material mentality. To thrive on others' misery. This is not spiritual consciousness. Spiritual consciousness is to see how others, what? Happy. Even I'm not happy, never mind. He is happy, yes. You understand? Very interesting point. I will go to that. Right? And by thus encouraging, you see another thing, encouraging one another, they are able to give up material sense craving, the curse of one person. So how to cross Maya? How to cross Maya? It is encourage each other. You understand? I encourage you, you encourage me. You understand? Not that I only, you know what I mean, be important, everybody is not important. So this point has been elaborated, I think, in the subsequent verse. I'll show you one very important verse. We are going to read that in the coming days. I'm just going to show you now very quickly. Today we are in 27, and you see in this verse, it is 36. You see this verse 36, huh? See here, we are going to read this, we're coming to it. The self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets, by whose illumination alone all the illuminating planets within the material world give off reflected light, cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. See this point? Are you seeing? Only person who constantly engage in the welfare activities for other living entities can reach the Vaikuntha. See this point? Are you observing? You understand? You cannot, if you don't want to do something, that's why Vaishnava. Vaishnava means para dukkha dukhi. He only point is to help, just like what's his name? Vasudev Dutt, you know. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went and said, you please take everybody back. If you think that they cannot go back, they got so much, you transfer that to me. Their sins all you transfer to me and you take them back. How he is praying? You really praying, what we will pray? Prabhu, let me go back and let others rot. Different consciousness. Here, spiritual world is not for those people who don't want to help. In other words, what is the big help? If you don't want to preach, if you don't want what? Which is what welfare means? What? Giving him some water, some food. Is that welfare? What is the highest welfare? What is the highest welfare? Huh? Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, what is the highest welfare? One who preaches this message is very dear to me. Yes? What is that? Bhagavad Gita 1868. We'll go to that and we'll come back. Huh? Yeah, Krishna is saying, Ya idam paramam guhyam. This paramam guhyam means the secret. Mad bhakteshu abhidhashayati bhakti mahi param kritva mam evasyasti asamsayaha. You see that? Krishna again saying, for one who preaches, for one who explains the supreme secret to devotee, pure devotion is guaranteed and he will come back to me. Krishna never stopped here. He said in the next verse, Nacha tasman manusyeshu kashin me priyakrittamaha bhavita nacha me tasman anya priyataro bhuvi. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. That means this is the welfare work that Krishna wants us to do. What is that welfare? What is that? Yes. Understand? Go back to the verse again just now. See? See that 36 you saw, we read. It cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. Only persons who constantly engage in welfare activities for other living entities can reach the world. Constantly engage, not today do and whole day sleep, whole week sleep, whole month. No. Constantly means what? Thinking how to deliver them. Thinking what? Making plans. How to? You follow this point? Next verse, also very important. Persons who are peaceful, equiposed, cleansed and purified, and who know the art of pleasing other living entities. You see this word here? What's that? Art of pleasing other living entities. Keep friendship only with devotees. Not keeping friends with all karmis. Keeping friends what? What? Karmis. This is karmis here? What? They alone can easily achieve the perfection of going back home. This is the second verse. First verse, Krishna said doing welfare. Correct? Second, he is saying what? Pleasing. So you see how important is a system. How all this can be achieved if we keep association of devotees. You understand? We have to learn how to keep association of. It cannot, otherwise, it's very difficult. This is also explained in another verse here, very nicely explained here. I think it's 37. Open up. Now open. So, okay, in this verse, one should hear, glorify, meditate upon the wonderful transcendental activities of the Lord. One should specifically become absorbed in the appearance, activities, qualities, and the holy names of the Supreme Personality of God. Thus inspired, one should perform all of one's daily activities as an offering to the Lord. One should perform sacrifice, charity, penance exclusively for the Lord's satisfaction. Similarly, one should chant only those mantras which glorify the Supreme Personality of God. That's why today's verse, Uttama Shloka. Today's verse is Uttama sloka, chanting whose name? Krishna. And all of one's religious activities should be performed as an offering to the Lord. Whatever one finds pleasing or enjoyable should be immediately offered to the Supreme Lord. Even his wife, children, home, and very life, he should offer at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of God. You understand this? This is actually the sum and substance trying to be as a guru. Of course, Prabhupada has given us a very simple process, waking up in the morning, Mangalarti, chanting, with the devotees, hearing the Bhagavatam. There are 5 things that we do every day. So if we do this, and very quickly we will, by Prabhupada's mercy, go home back to the spiritual world. That's for sure, because as I've showed you, Krishna is only going to take what? Prabhupada's permission. And Prabhupada already said, if you chant 16 rounds, you follow the principle. You're going home. You understand this point? But if you know, to chant 16 rounds and follow, you must sign contract with Prabhupada. If you are not signed contract with Prabhupada and you simply chant, you think, what? So that contract is what? Is what? What is the contract? What's the contract? Yes. If you think that I can carry on my life, just chant and I'll just do, there's no contract. Yes? Yes or no? It says here, and this verse, unless Sanskrit, adikchittasya vamoro kritam sarvam nira artakam pasuyonim avatnoti dikshavya virahito janaha. You know what is virahita? Give up. Virahita means? Diksha virahita means what? Forgo. Pasuyoni means what? Unless one is initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, all his devotional activities are useless. A person who is not properly initiated can descend again into the animal species. You understand this? Huh? Are you following? What? Which book? This is important, but it is from the Hari. It is from a different quotation. It is from Vishnu Yamala. So you see why it is very important, because your so-called material qualification, family, this thing, all that's all there, but they cannot save you. They cannot save you. You follow? Only who can save you? Who? Yes. You see the word here. Another thing it is explained here. A person who is not properly initiated. What is the meaning of properly initiated? That means you must have a bona fide spiritual master. Can descend again to animal species. Prabhu, is it? Fine. Good news, is it? Today, as Prabhupada said, he's big president. Next day he becomes dog. Nice news? Nice news, you think? So therefore, do not waste this valuable chance. You already know who is the Guru. You already got everything. Yes? What is separating now? Somebody will say yes now? Yes? Yes or no? So if somebody has to say yes, I have to go and please the somebody one. Yes? Yes or no? That's the endorsement. Can I demand? Krishna, I am chanting, you take me back. Can? That's why they came here today. They said, this airplane we have brought here for you specifically. We are sent by the Supreme Lord to take you back. Who decides? Who decides? Who? You. Who? Who decides? Krishna. You understand? We are specifically deputed here today to take you back in this special aeroplane by the Supreme Lord. You understand this word? What does that mean? That the Lord has to sanction. You understand? So there are processes for this. You have to please His pure devotee. You have to surrender to the pure devotee. Correct? Then you have to follow it. Doesn't mean you surrender and you just sleep. Okay, can. I took initiation already, Prabhu. Yeah, I'm going back. Is it? I have to also what? Follow instruction. You understand? And if you don't want to follow, then how I can make advancement? How can I make advancement? As Prabhupada said here in this verse. From this we can understand how we have to be very cautious in executing our spiritual duties by observing the rules and regulations and regularly chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. If we neglect doing this, we will eventually fall down. We must rise early in the morning, bathe and attend Mangal Arati. Mangal Arati is what time? 9 o'clock. What time is Mangal? 9 o'clock. What time? Huh? And worship the deities. Not that you wake up Mangalarati and you space out. You have to what? Right? And chant Hare Krishna mantra. Study the Vedic literatures and follow the rules prescribed by the acharyas and the spiritual master. If we deviate from this process, we may fall down, even though we may be very highly advanced. That we have seen in our so-called spiritual life, so-called advanced devotees. Neglect. So don't take it cheaply. Put in a little bit what? Effort. And already the process is there. You know how somehow or other we have taken birth here in this yuga, correct? Right or not? You could have taken a little bit earlier, a little bit later, whatever, correct? Some or other you have come, yes? Yes or no? And you have got the connection of who? A very pure devotee, yes? Yes? Correct? Yes or no? So all you need to do is one hour. Follow and go back. That's all. If you don't want, then who is at loss? Prabhupada has lost? Huh? Krishna has lost? Think. Again and again, we don't want to go back to this material suffering which is nothing but suffering. Think again, very carefully. You are getting the golden chance now, golden chance. That's all. Don't lose it. Don't what? Don't lose it. For some mere, what? As Durva Maharaj said, I came looking for some broken glasses. I found a valuable jewel instead. So you already got all this. Don't let it go. The parents, the father, the school, the job, everything will be very seemingly important, but is of no value. Is of no value. Because to save our soul, we can sacrifice. What is that verse? What is that verse? Chapter Padam Puja 1:5. One who has forsaken his material occupation to engage in devotional service to the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature stage. Yet, there is no danger of his being unsuccessful. On the other hand, a non-devotee who fully engaged in occupational duty does not gain anything. Does not gain anything. Are you following this point? Useless. As Krishna says, what is that? Shramam eva? Shrama. Yes, Sanskrit Shrama means what? Unnecessary labor. Useless labor. Shrama. Any problem, we say what? Shram. So think carefully. Don't let this chance slip away. Take a little effort, and your life is going to be successful. Somehow or other, by good fortune, we have appeared in this yuga. Correct? We could have been put in some other place, somewhere. Correct? Yes? Every conditions are favorable. There's one more verse, it says, it's a favorable wind. What is that? 11. You see? In this verse, you see? What? Nirloka. Karnadharam. Guru Karnadharam. 11. Nirdeham Adyam Sulabam Sudurlabam Plavam. Plavam means both. Sukapam Guru Karnadaram. Guru Karnadaram is captain. Maya Anukulena Nava Swatireitam Puman Bhavadim Na Taret Sa Atmaha. Atmaha means the killer of his own soul. Atma means soul. Aha means what? Killing. So here you see in this verse, the human body which can afford all benefit in life is automatically obtained by the laws of nature. Although it is a very rare achievement, this human body can be compared to be a perfectly constructed boat having the spiritual master as a captain and the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as favorable wind, impelling it on his course. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize his human life to cross the ocean of material existence must be considered a killer of his own soul. Understand? Understand? If he don't want to utilize everything, then he's considered the killer of his own. I mean, I don't know. As far as I think that I have to very tightly catch hold of Prabhupada's lotus feet by serving his instruction and not worry about anything else. That's all I can say. Because it's already assured you are going back to God by holding the lotus feet of a pure. Just now I showed you verses. I showed you, right? I'm not interested in, I have no business with you, correct? Because my pure devotee, I am coming, correct? Yes or not? This is the only thing we got. Alright, any questions or comments? Huh? 22. Kubera gave him benediction. His guru was mainly Narada Muni, but his mother showed him to Narada Muni. Mother told him to go to the forest. He was going, and Krishna sent Narada Muni to him. So we need also like that.
His son Yayati was killed by Daksha.
Huh?
His son Yayati was killed by Daksha, and then he attacked
Benediction. Because he stopped fighting, so he gave him benediction. And in that benediction he asked, I want to be a servant of your devotees. Kubera is giving wealth, but I want to be a servant of the devotees. See how devotees are thinking. That is the best wealth, as I showed, no? Just now I showed you this verse, right? Of course, there are many other verses. Devotees are real family, real friend, real everything. When one is face to face with the sun, there is no longer darkness for one side. Similarly, when one is face to face with a sadhu, a devotee, who is fully determined and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one will no longer be subject to material bondage. You follow this? So where we want to go? Here? Already there? Yes? Now only the commitment? Yes? If you sit here and carry on, you will go 300 million years, as Prabhupada said. You can go. Our Sunday program is like that. All will come, all will dance, all will dance. And then they will eat, and then they will go home. What is the benefit? What's the benefit? Any benefit? No commitment. Understand? Spiritually means you want to surrender. Otherwise, what's the use? If you don't sign a contract, is Prabhupada obligated to you? Is he obligated to you? Huh? Why? Because you come every Sunday and you say hello to him. Is it? What? To surrender. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says what? Sarva dharma paritya, surrender. You follow? You don't want to surrender. You can carry on chanting 16 round, 50 round, 100 round, whatever. It's not hardly anything. In fact, it says, for one who has disregarded the lotus feet of the Lord, he will encounter hundreds of obstacles in his life. That's a verse. So don't think that you can do your program. That's not going to work for you. It's not going to work. Either you follow or you don't follow. Yes? And if you don't follow, if you end up in some lower species, who's going to cry? Who's going to cry? Think. So therefore, the most important thing in human life, as it says, is to what? Quickly what? Take what? Immediate advantage. Don't delay. There's a popular saying, time and tide waits for no. Are you following? Yes? This is the situation. Alright, we stop here then. Granth Raj Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Gopal ki jai, Lord,